Yeah, okay, right. So Chris, this is a really interesting Clarice Cliff bowl.
Okay.
Full of style. It's
You're holding it so precariously.
1920s, 1930s, from the Bazaar range.
Okay.
It's about 1928. You like it?
I do. I've seen it on the telly before.
Yes.
On the Bazaar.
That's it, Clarice Cliff. It was almost as cheap as at Woolworths in the 1930s, and now this market is blooming. Like the colour, it's so rich, isn't it? And so colourful.
Yeah, I like it. I like it. Go straight on about this
Go,
one.
Chris, yeah.
Okay.
Hold tight.
Kick it off, flow, never write, take a risk. I just CC, talk about the Clarice Cliff CC like an email. Yoshi female, get it out there. Porcelain, hard as nails with the nice glaze from the Bazaar range. It's all the rage these days, but cheaper back in days like Woolworths. So cheap in the 20s, but now if you got these and you got plenty, you convert to so much cash in the auction room. You wanna go, and when we got that little pottery boom, you're like, hey, hey, making money for a rainy day when I get my bowl constructed mainly out of clay. Well, it's not clay. It's not clay. That'll do.
What's it worth, Chris? What's it worth?
Oh,
in a wrap. Give me an auctioneer's wrapping estimate.
An auctioneer's Okay, I mean, this is a complete guess, guys. Don't take this for gospel. If you got this, you make the money plenty. I guess 180 to maybe 220.
Oh, I like it. I like
that
it.
Right?
It's between 150 and 250.
Oh, he's close.
I'll give him that. Right. Let's go on now, Chris, to what I suppose is my great passion. It's Chinese porcelain.
Yeah.
This is Chinese. It's very late Ming.
Okay. Yeah.
Ming Dynasty. So we're going back to the Emperor Kangxi. It's about 1700. If it could talk, what could it tell us? Well, it's blue and white, and it was made for export to our great Western world.
Okay, cool. You want to hear a freestyle? Will he do it? Can he? When he talks about the vase from Emperor Kangxi, yo, I got this. I like to think it's blue and white like a polar bear covered in ink from a fresh pen. Blue and white Chinese glaze. Put it over there, yo, it starts the craze. And on the bottom, I try and look it light and it's dark. I don't see any kind of maker's mark. Not the bourbon, the whiskey, yo, that's a brand. I try and measure this with the size of my hand. It's about the size of my palm. I don't want to cause harm. I try and decipher all the things that it's got on. There's a lady right on show. She's not Japanese, so not wearing kimono, but she got the fine silks and the linens right there. People looking round, yeah, they stop and stare. You got a small boy with a weird hairdo. Try and turn it round so the camera see you. You got the water flowing and a bridge in the background. Look at all the details on the Chinese vase I found. Yeah, they're like an umbrella with a weird shape. Try and keep the sun off the nape. That's the back of the neck. That's the bottom right there. I finished because you're holding it in the way that makes me scared.
Chris, what's it worth?
Oh, what's it worth?
Go on,
okay.
Okay,
here we go. Yeah, I proclaim it with a proud hand. Probably 200 pounds outside of 1,000. I'm 800 to 1,200.
Yeah, it's worth, JK, how much is it worth, John? Value over there. I think it's in at around £800.
So okay,
well yeah, I like it. And finally, Chris, it's always nice to end with a bit of British, and a history of tea. And if you were, I suppose, a man of a distinction, which you are, going back to the late 18th century, you may have kept your tea in here. It's a tea caddy.
It is a tea caddy.
Made in mahogany, with a wonderful, rich patination. And if it could talk, over to you.
Okay, cool. Now here we got a caddy, but not for the golf clubs, but for the little leaves that when you rub and put in a cup and put some boiling water on. You want the Assam, Darjeeling or Ceylon, all the varieties. You gotta go fast, have a nice cup of tea, English breakfast, but this one holds plenty. 18th century, back in the day, yeah, you keep your tea. I'm Chris T. Now Christie's like the auction house, because we better, yeah, we lions and they just a quiet mouse. But back inside, I try and look and I find in, I dive in, it's got some green kind of felt lining like a snooker table. That is the craze. Snooker table fell, I believe they call it a baize, but back in the days, get your tea stashed away, otherwise it would get down.
Yes.
Okay,
and for a final wrap, Chris, to make it 3 out of 3, what's this tea caddy from circa 1780 worth?
Oh, this
Hold
is
tight.
a hard one. I'm gonna go.
We feel it now. Go.
Okay, I'm like Tetley PG. I hope my appreciation of this is sound. I'm gonna say £80.
Yeah, I would say times by 3.
Oh, really?
That's it. That's 2. Yeah, and that's times by 2. That's it. Thanks, Chris. Round of applause.